And when you see documentation, you go inside the code, you see who written the code, and what comments he made, what are all the things that he has taken care. And ultimately, you would find who's the person written the code. If you go to the LinkedIn, find out a person, then you see his person, and then you can thank him. So that that's
Ah,
what I do all the time. I never let it get down
true.
for any. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That
true. Yeah. So before going to the singleton and multi-ton, okay, because a lot of people will, from marketing cloud, hmm, uh, this jargons, not all people will be familiar with. So first, you can explain what is singleton and multi-ton first. Let the new people who are coming into marketing cloud understand, because when we come from a developer background, okay, they will relate it, but not everybody in marketing cloud or in Salesforce will understand it. So let's clarify this.
ideally, it's not a marketing cloud kind of an architecture. So this architecture is completely based on your platform architecture. So right, the single thread and multi-thread kind of execution. So that derives what I've told, like the singleton and multi-ton architecture. But it's not especially for the marketing cloud. Marketing cloud architecture is way different as compared to the core platform.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, basically when you say singleton is like when you do the data modeling,
Yep.
okay, when you do the data modeling, so what happens is you are basically not normalizing the data model. You are
Yep.
keeping it in one place and then
Yep.
utilizing it for your use cases, right?
Yes.
Directly using it. Now, when you
Yep.
say multi-tone, then it becomes like you are using a normalization process and you build a relationship out of it, right?
Yep.
And then implement it. So this is the basic difference, and there you can definitely, if I'll share this structure of patterns about singleton and multitone. Okay, coming back to the mainframe, I want to go back to the mainframe.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is, see, I know this we have this inside our head. We are saying, yeah, we are a topper. I used to feel the same. Okay, I'm a topper. Now, when I got recruited to TCS, okay,
Mhm.
they took me into as a tester, and
Mm.
that's true as a manual tester. You know, now my daily job is to write 10 scripts, okay, in an Excel. Now, a person who has worked from 2000, say, 3 in Polytechnic, okay, from 2003, he's used to writing PHP, okay, writing Visual Basic and doing .NET, okay. And when you land into job and then you get to write a script in Excel, I can feel, how I don't know how others will feel, but it for me it was like I became a rebellion. Okay, and they were very smart guys from our friends. They basically switched to SAP. Okay, which was at that time it was very demanding, SAP.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
Right.
so maybe they had some guide or mentor who guided them, say, no, no, don't go for testing, go for SAP. So they at the very starting only. But for me, like there was a manager. Okay, I respect her a very lot because she's a very good person. But she tried to convince me a lot. Okay, but and when somebody comes and tries to convince me, saying that, okay, see, Sasi, this is also part of software development and this is a very good thing. Testing is how you basically, you know, learn development and all. I was fascinated by her words. She used such a beautiful, way of convincing, and I got convinced. Okay, I got convinced, and Mm, but you're doing a manual testing. Even if you had been automation testing also, okay, some codes I have to read, write down and do this. Maybe I would have been little interested, but manual testing, you know, and I fought with the management. I don't want to be in this project, you know. And after that, I almost spent 18 months, 1.5 year in testing, because they said, no, no, you are a fresher, you have to be there, you have to basically, we can't leave you, you have 1 year of contract and a lot of things. So uh, I fought for my release from that project. Okay, and uh, there is another guy. Basically, I want to meet that guy now because I don't like that guy. He was a manager who basically, when I got released, he was like, "Come and thank me, because of me you got released." Right? I was like, "I don't want to thank you. I want to punch you." you know, because it took me 18 months, for me to release. Now, the other pain point for me was like, now I want to go to development. Okay, and I was in bench. I'm trying to get the project. Okay, what these other people are asking me, the management people, when are asking me for, do you want to join this development team and all, they're asking for experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I spent my 18 months doing testing. From where should I get that experience? You know, so initially it was very difficult for me convince them that I can become a very good developer. Okay, and then I started becoming a little frustrated, thinking, what the hell is happening? You know, if you come give me, you, let's have a competition. I'll beat you all guys. You no matter how senior you are in development. Okay, writing a code. And but I can't, you're just 18 months of experience. How you are going to deal with those 10, 12 years of people, or 15 years people who are calling you? Hmm. So one manager called me and said, Sashi, you want to do the development? I said, definitely. Yes, why not? So he said, how much experience you have? I said, 18 months in testing. So he said, we don't have a time to groom people and all. Then I said, do you know how to code? He said, I'm a manager. No, he simply denied. He said, I'm a manager. I said, so who is the best coder in your team? I want to challenge that guy. So that way he said, then I went to that project. I started with macro programming. I don't like macro, but I still did it just to prove myself. Now that my time has come, prove myself. Okay. So I started macro programming. Then the project became very big. Okay. They thought, okay, only a single person can handle. I handled it. And then they liked the programming. Okay. Because I was developing bubble charts and all the charts in an Excel. Okay. So for the PMO. So the PMO liked it, and they said, let's move it to ASP and make it in ASP. I did in ASP. Okay, it became a success. So all this happened. Okay, so coming to you is like, you were in mainframe. Okay, but mainframe, yeah, obviously people feel something bad, but mainframe, there is also development. Were you in support or development in mainframe?
Yeah, development.
But why you didn't like mainframe?
See, it's a look at this, Sasi. As our aim is to earn as much as what you can, and then support your family members. So with the
Mm,
mainframes, I had an idea where that's not the technology which you can grown up. Still date
demand.
technology which is not in grown up. So the way you are,
Mm,
the same people where I work with, they're in the same team. They're in the same near to the same packages. Like when you get 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs at the age of at the time of fresher, now you can see
mm,
you landing into 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs the same time with the 10 lakhs,
mm,
10 years experience. Right, the technology has
mm,
the way where we are, you are sitting in the same place. So I felt
mm,
like it doesn't grown up, it doesn't serves my family, it doesn't serves my sister's educations or whatever it is. So I need to get rid
mm,
of it and then start with something new, which is the boom
mm,
technology in the market, and then find out the boom
mm,
platforms where you quickly learned. You have a brain,
mm,
so you just need to put the right technologies to put your CV and then get it some good bumps all the time. So
mm,
that's where I started. Okay, let's kick off mainframes and then let's put something which is good for the growth
mm.
perspective.
So then anyway, you landed to Salesforce, right?
Mm-hmm.
And uh, w- how you, like, how the interest about Salesforce, like, once you started getting into the project, okay, and you are starting to understand what was more attracting to you. Okay, now I can do this here, I can implement this. How your motivation and interest started in Salesforce?
Okay. The interest started in Salesforce. See, once I learned Salesforce 1 month, I've learned admin,
Mm,
I've learned development. So Apex is
mm,
just a Java. It's just not a great. Java programming. So we already
Mm-hmm.
learned something from the COBOL, GCL, and also kind of same concept. So
Mm-hmm.
I've learned in 1.5 month Salesforce, and I've joined a company in Gurgaon. There's a company called A1 Technology, which is a mobile-based company. It's purely mobile apps. They have
Mm-hmm.
thousands of developers sitting in Mohali and Gurgaon, and there's a big company in US. It's a mobile
Mm-hmm.
programming company. So they have a big customers across mobile. They've started Salesforce practice. I'm the first developer in the company who does the Salesforce, and predominantly I also don't know Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no real-time experience at what you have, right? So then it started very interesting for me. Like it's night shifts again. So I go to office at 8 o'clock, and I'll go next day 3 o'clock. Next day afternoon 3 o'clock. So
Mm-hmm.
from when the client give you a kind of an enhancement to do some sort of a coding, and which you really don't know how to do it and how to deploy it, you don't know deployment, you don't know how to do change sets, you don't know the IDE tools and whatever it is, and that's where it put me a lot of interest on learning something which is, oh, let's do something, learned documentation is here, right? Out of 100 people in Salesforce ecosystem, 99% of people success using Salesforce documentation, help and documentation. Without that, you can't be able to success. And
Mm-hmm.
all the communities, what we're doing, and all the trailblazer communities and all the stuff where we all success, where we all grow our career, and the same thing that what I also beneficial for. And then I started learning it, and then slowly I've just get my hands on with all the elements, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
and my company started building mobile apps. So I've started building my mobile app, my first mobile app. I don't know Objective C, iOS, or Android development. So my team, all mobile app developers. So
Mm-hmm.
people are really, really, one of the best team I've seen in Gurgaon and Mohali. They're the best developers in wholehearted. Every time you see me, they're the one of best developers. They sit
Mm-hmm.
with you until you learn something good, and that's where I implemented Salesforce mobile apps, and then I
Mm-hmm.
implemented some 4 to 5 mobile apps within the span of 1 year. The first app took me 7 months to deploy code scanning and everything. The next 4 apps took me 2 months to deploy and put it into Epic
Mm-hmm.
Sync and put uh, and the CTA, right? The computer telephone
Mm-hmm.
interface. So I'm the one who developed
Mm-hmm.
the CTA tool using Ruby on
Mm-hmm.
Rails and using a complete package of the managed packages and deploying it
Mm-hmm.
to environments. So there was a first CTA custom developed by a team, which is by me developing, and then that gives a lot of exposure across the Salesforce platform. And I built plenty
Mm-hmm.
of stuff. I built Google Chrome extensions, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the company changed my entire mind. That company changed my entire career to grow up as Salesforce architect.
So, what component did you develop for this extensions?
So
What was the
this 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 mobile app specially. So there are different customers requested for, it's a one is healthcare, and
Mm-hmm.
the other one is financial institution. I forgot there's a Fitbit kind of a stuff actually. So the
Mm-hmm.
other three develop the three mobile apps for in-house, one for HR management, one for IRS management, the other one for uh, I forgot the final app. So yeah, so ideally these and the Chrome extensions we use it for we develop the pure play plugins with Google Console, and we develop it
Mm-hmm.
for using. I rarely use this platform normally for extension. So anyhow, we use a backend as a Java for all the times. So
Mm-hmm.
bring all the metadata APIs and all this stuff. It is just a simple Google app extension that helps for our internal iOS teams to bring all the
Mm-hmm.
latest extension to be injected, and then that will be leveraged for your playbox. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So yeah. So uh, going little back was like, you said, okay, if I go with the mainframe, okay, in the current trend, the mainframe does not have that much of a demand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody coming from a lower middle class family, they always will look for the income, like how I'm going to scale up, how I'm going to basically, there will be peer pressures, there will be a lot of things there, right? And especially coming to financial terms and the salary structure,
Mm-hmm.
everybody will feel this.
Yeah.
Okay. And whenever, so for all the, even from the students who are doing engineering, right, or whoever are the freshers, basically they should understand, like when you go to a company, first understand which technology you are working for, and see what is the current trend for the technology, and how you can basically scale up, or how you, like, you have to understand what is your basically the priority in your life.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what happens is, even I, if I have to look back, okay, if I have to look back 12 years back, so uh, they they are plenty of people, okay, who did manual testing, hmm, but they got the first opportunity to go to US, okay, as a manual tester. Everybody, there was a rotation also used to happen in TCS, so everybody used to go 3 4 years and rotate, and the other person used to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not, testing is not bad. Support, see, support and the testing people who is to get on site more faster than the developers. Okay, so the students, not the students, basically the freshers, they have to think it very wisely. Okay, first they have to understand whether what is their priority. Is their priority about financial system? Okay, is their priority about their career growth, or is their priority of something else? So if they understand this, they can basically, be in always in a good position. I know very seniors, I know my seniors who are very good people, okay, who basically used to work for support, okay, and they landed to on-site very fast.
Hmm.
Mm. There are people who are doing testing, okay, now they are more than 10 12 years in US through testing and a manual testing.
Hmm.
Okay, so uh, first that has to be defined. Now, I can still remember there was one guy. Okay, like I was a very rebellion, aggressive and all, because I didn't like testing. Okay, it's not more mean for me. For me, yeah, financially okay. I was confident on myself. I want, not today, not tomorrow, but one day I'm going to make it. Okay, and when I was not able to, basically what you said, right? I was testing, yeah, the demand and all peer pressures. So that's why I became a professional trader also. I learned trading and I do that. Okay, so there are multiple ways to earn money. Hmm. Now, uh, what also happens? See, what also happen is, a person, there was a tester, okay, and he was 1 year senior than me, and I was like being a rebellion to my leaders, saying that I don't want to do. I want to get released from this project. Okay, and he was not a rebellion. He was a very good guy. So he took the conversation in a very different tone. Okay, he also got released. Now, a few days back, I saw him. Yeah, he's in on site. Okay, and he went to Java development, and so these are the core. Java, .NET are the cores, and Oracle is a core. It's never going to be basically, it's never going to subsidize by any other technology. These are tools. Okay, so basic of, if you have to dig dive into marketing cloud or sales cloud, okay, I think I saw you have more than 48 certifications. Okay, so every Salesforce backend there is a AWS. Okay, so backend is AWS, and AWS backend, if you have to go back and back, you'll always land to Oracle, SQL Server, .NET, Java only, right? So if a people coming from this technology, if they come to Salesforce, right, they have a very big competitive advantage. They know the basic, they know the, backend, and they can penetrate very highly inside Salesforce. Like, I have discussed with, there are a lot of 10, 12 people, okay, who are developing apps in Apps Exchange for Salesforce. Okay, if you go and understand the background, they are Java developers.
Yes, yes, that's true.
Okay, so coming back to you, I don't want to deviate here, but whatever you said, like I wanted to relate, to let the other people know. Okay, that they should not be demotivated when they are walking. If they have a internal motivation, and when their mind is clear what they want to do, definitely they are going to succeed,
Yep.
right? And one of the example is you. Okay, you first, you decided what I'm going to do here in Mainframe. Okay, I want to switch. Okay, I want to do something, and then you enroll to some program, you learn Salesforce, and then you are now in a very good position now, right? So, and the interesting fact is you have 48 certification. And this, I was browsing through the certifications. Okay, variety, man. Sales cloud, commerce cloud, marketing cloud part. Which part of the Salesforce you haven't touched here?
Yeah, not only for Salesforce, I was very well in AWS, was very well in other platforms.
Yeah.
So my core strengths are AWS. Then I've moved to, I got plenty of experience in AWS services, and I'm a cross cloud guy. Basically, worked on many of the clouds. Uh, I I know cross cloud stuff, B2C commerce cloud, marketing cloud, sales service cloud experience. So still doing projects for many other clouds, which is it's quite good. So I was a complete. I was not saying that as I said, one thing, Shashi, so I'll keep improve myself. I'll still studying from my other certifications. So when you stop, you're done. So I don't give up any chance. So I'll still keep learning it. So when something comes up, then I'll still keep learning it, in respect towards the platform, whether Google, Microsoft, or any other clouds. So I'll still learn something which is really good for my career, and yeah, but I don't stop this area where I continuously, when I now I'm 30, so when I go 40, 50, or 60 years by graduate, so I'll still keep learning something. Yeah.
So again, coming back to this certification. Okay, yeah, this 48 certification includes AWS and all.
Mm-hmm.
So how how you cope up with all these certifications, and how you go with this motivation that okay, I have to do this all these certifications, and uh, not really that AWS certification that is used in marketing cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, in Salesforce. Okay, if you now, yeah, there is a trend now. People will understand AWS with new integration that is happening, right? They're exposing their integration now, okay, to the developers now with AWS. With the 23rd release, there were few things with the Lambda function and others. Okay, I know there are a few people who say I have worked with Lambda functions. That is a very basic thing in AWS, guys, and they are making it very big. They don't know, like, I because I had worked in AWS for a very limited period of time. Okay, when we are doing this API call with this for this machine learning, like you detecting the images, getting the persona, right?
Uh,
So
so see, 1 second. So we have 4 minutes. I think I have to wrap it out in 4 minutes. I have a call in at 5 o'clock with the customer. So can we wrap it in?
oh, bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my habit. Like I consider 1 hour, but it goes to 2 hours. Okay, so 4 hour, 4 minutes is very less for me.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of thing that was to be discussed.
All right. I think we can catch up. I'll find a schedule for my calendar, and then I'll let you know again. Yeah.
Okay, because see, I want to continue this. Okay, because we are only halfway.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Sure. Sure.
uh, and and what happens is, when I went to Josna also, it went to 1.5 hour. Okay, even with Cebu, it went to 2.5 hours. Okay, so
Okay.
maybe I have to strategize. I don't strategize or do something. Okay, but we are only half, and I don't want to end it here. Okay, so I'll continue this discussion. Give me a time for another 1 hour because
Yeah.
we are only. I have just discussed 2 or 3 points with you. We haven't
Yeah.
gone into other details.
Definitely, I'll check my calendar again, and then I'll definitely give you the news time slot for an hour.
Hmm.
I'll give it to you. Yeah, by this week. I'll give it today
Okay,
itself. Sorry,
so
I'll give my timings today itself. I'll see if my calendar free tomorrow or day after. I can see 18th is okay. Wednesday. I'll let you know. Okay.
yeah, see, anytime because I'll consider this conversation is half complete. Okay, and
Yes.
uh, we haven't gone into other details. So it was just an introduction phase that went to 1 hour. My goodness. Okay, no problem. I'll stop here. Okay, I'll stop here, and I want to continue this because
Definitely.
I want to see there is a lot of things to learn from you. Okay, I was just having a simple brief conversation where I questioning things, but I want to learn many things from you. So
No, definitely.
give me
Sure.
the
Sure.
another one. It maybe it will go for another 1.5 hours in another session. I don't care. Okay. If I have to make it 3, 4 different sessions, I don't care. But I want you to be there and help me uh, all these
No, definitely.
answers that I have.
No, definitely. I can. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I respect your time. I'll just stop this recording now. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll connect again. I'm just stopping this.